Hi, Bill here with 30 Minute Wood Shop. Thanks for joining. Today I want to show you how to make a shelf for specifically, for your tape measures. And you can see I got this pile of tape measures here. I got a couple of Milwaukees, I got a couple of DeWalt's, I got a couple of 25 footers here, 25 and a 30 footer, Stanley and Craftsman and whatnot. They always sit in a drawer. Hard for me to find. I have to open the drawer, close the drawer, rummage around. So I want to get them up on the pegboard so I can see them and find them. Materials I have this piece of leftover walnut, okay, and I have a piece of Purple Heart here. Now what I'm going to do, obviously the walnut's going to be the base, the Purple Heart's going to be the separators. I'm going to do two things here. I'm going to take the walnut, I'm going to basically put two vertical ends on it, and then I'm going to use the Purple Heart for separators in the center. The reason I'm doing the ends you'll see a little bit later in the video. So let's go do a quick layout. First thing I want to do, I'm just going to drop these in here real quick, give myself about 3/16 of an inch between them. Let's do this. Give myself about 3/16 of an inch. I don't want it to be too tight, but I don't want it to be too loose either. So 3/16 on each side. Plenty of room to slip these things in and slip them out. Okay, what do we got here? I want to go ahead and give myself about 3/16 of an inch, roughly there. Let's do a quick measurement. That's 16 inches. All right, let's go over and do some rounding on this because I don't want this to be really sharp whenever I start putting on and sticking my hand in there. I've got a round over bit in here, and it's all set up to run this. I'm going to run it both sides so that I'll end up with a nice round top on this thing. Let's start making some noise. Okay, everything's cut. Let's do a quick glue up. Okay, everything's glued down. Now I'll wait a couple hours. Actually, I'm going to wait overnight, come back tomorrow, put in the L hooks, put some finish on it, and hang her up. The next thing we want to do is I want to drill in a starter hole for these hooks. All right. So a bunch of guys come on in here, and I'll show you how to do that. All right. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to mark this at 3/8 of an inch. My square is set for that, so I'm going to just mark a line across these. Now, second thing, I've already held this up to the board, all right? So the whole thing is designed around the pegboard holes, but I did hold it up there, and I put a couple of marks at each end on where that pegboard hole is. So I'll make my cross point on both sides. Okay, now I have spots for my drill point. So I'm only going to go in a little ways with this, just a starter, because this is going to be holding up a fair amount of weight. I want to make sure I get good engagement. So I'm only going down about an inch maybe 3/4. Okay, with my holes drilled, all right, now I'm ready to go ahead and start finishing. I like boiled linseed oil as a finish. It's easy to put on, it dries fairly quickly, and it gives the kind of protection I need for this type of a project. Always be aware of what kind of project and the use is before you select your finish. Sometimes you need a thick film building finish, other times you really don't. So this will build a thin film, which is really all I need. It's going up on a shelf, I'm putting things up and down regularly, but not that frequently. Yeah, so this should be more than enough of a finish. So what I'm going to do is just flood the area, wipe it on, and then wait a few minutes and then wipe it off. Let it set up and dry, and then I'll do it again. Well, first coat's on. Let's give it a little while to dry and come back and do a second coat and then put the hooks in. 2 coats of boiled linseed oil. This is looking really nice. Now we just got to put in these hooks. This can be kind of hard on your fingers, so I created a little tool which is nothing more than a piece of wood with a hole in it. This works a little better, by the way, than a pair of pliers. Those always seem to be difficult to actually use very well. So it should be, no, not quite. You want to get it to about the thickness of the board. That should do it. So this little thing, tell you what, if you do many of these, this is the way to go. Take a piece of wood, drill a hole in it, you're good to go. Okay, we're ready to get this over on the board. It's looking really good. Let's put it in the pegboard. And load it up. Wow, what a great little project. And such a cool project to get done in such a short time. Didn't take hardly anything, used some scraps, and now I have a place I can find my tools when I need them. I just have to reach up, grab one of my tape measures, and I've got it. I'll also know where or which tape measure I should be looking for, the red or the yellow. So, it was a great little project. Like always, if you want a dimension sketch for this, go down here, 30minutewoodshop.com. You can find the blog, you can find the dimension sketch. Go ahead and check that out. Also, too, if you go down to see more, you'll find another link to the blog. You'll also find tools and things that I use. You may find them useful. So, you know, go through those, check it out, see if there's something you're interested in. And then, hey, if you got something out of this, folks, I'd really appreciate it if you do me a favor and hit like and subscribe. That helps me keep going. And, hey, until next time, folks, good making.